I just realized that was the wrong music. Like that wasn't the right music. Like we could have a problem here. Hang on. What did I do here? Yeah, I did the thing. I did the wrong button. That's what it was. Hang on. I'm gonna head over here to this thing and get this started. Stuff and hey, there we are, friends. Good morning. Good after. Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
How you doing there? My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is May 5th, 2024. We're going to write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, Fick Cup?
FYCHK0PP just resubscribed for 6 months.
6 months with us. Thank you so much, and helping me realize that alert is just a little bit high. Not gonna. That's not the one I wanted to move. It was this one I wanted to move. There we go. Just scoot that down a smidge. And even then, we might have some issues with that. All right. We'll figure it out as we go here. It's so good to see you. Yes, it is. It's the start of St. Jude Fundraiser Month. Other folks have been doing this for a little bit. I was unfortunately out of town on the 1st. I was speaking in New York City, and right, was the first New York City? Hang on, no, the first I had we on the first we had a stream over on the Visual Studio channel. On the second, I was in New York City. On the third, my daughter was backing up her car to leave the driveway. Wasn't looking where she was going. Ran smack into the side of the wife's car. So there's that. So that was that. Yesterday we tried to get a bunch of stuff done. I wanted to stream yesterday, but we rolled over and we're streaming today, kicking off the St. Jude fundraiser. I got to spend some time last month at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. you've heard of St. Jude before. If you've watched this stream, you know, and you've seen other folks on Twitch, on YouTube that are raising money about and for St. Jude. So much good that these folks at this hospital do. We'll talk more about that throughout the month, but I'm thrilled to be able to represent them as an ambassador. They do send us sweatshirts and things and swag to encourage us and help get us pointed in the right direction to raise money for St. Jude. I'm happy to do that and pay it forward and have some fun and let you troll me all month long here on stream. There's a handful of very trolly incentives that I put out there. If you're interested in that kind of thing, if you just want to help out and donate to St. Jude, you can do that also. If you donate with my link, and that's what that QR code is down there also, if you donate through those, if you donate more than $5, I'm going to be standing up a thank you page on my blog, and I will list your name and I will list a link of your choice there. Now it can't be to one of my competitors, but absolutely I will list a link there. It also has to be safe for work. And thank you on my blog. Go ahead, take a look. That's a little bit loud. Turn it down.
Now we know.
There
And knowing is half the battle.
Did it report the right one? Yep, the Harry Potter Marauders map hat. So I've got a thank you post. I've got a chicken hat here. Oh my gosh, already, right off the bat, Vic Cop, thank you so much. Getting us started. Appreciate the donation there. I need to just back up and take a look. Thank you so much. $10 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. That looks really small in the corner. Like, did I not do this right? No, that's fine. Yep, $10. Thank you so much. And what did you? It says one reward here. I'm trying to get used to this. And we'll go and I'll be wearing the chicken hat for the next 30 minutes. I mean, it's just that quick. There are a bunch of like I said, trolley things out here that you can do, and I've got a handful of milestones set up. You can choose to play me in Connect 4. We'll do that digitally. I won't be setting up the Connect 4 for $25. I do have an option. I don't have it configured right now to force me to switch to Linux for an hour. I also have a donation here. If you donate $100, I will spend an hour and offline and tech review a project, some software that you're interested in having an additional pair of eyes take a look at. I will be happy to help you out with that. And I've also put out there for businesses, if you'd like me to host your live stream event, you can make a donation of $1,000 to St. Jude, and I will host a live stream event for you. One day, one event, I will host for you. So thank you so much. Let me switch over to the chicken hat. Right away, we're going to the chicken hat. It's going to be a trolley month. So there we go. Already getting things started. Thank you so much, Vic Cop, and I'll put your name up on the blog page. I'll get that started and we'll get it loaded up here after stream today. Thank you so much. Happy Revenge of the 5th. Yes, indeed, it is Revenge of the 5th. Go over it. Let's actually talk to chat. We're broadcasting live on YouTube and Twitch. Hello, hello. You have a photo of your uncle getting treated at St. Jude in the 60s, way back when it started. How you doing there? John Peter on YouTube. Hello. Jan Erik Christensen. Good afternoon to you in Norway. Hello, hello. Let me say hello to folks here on Twitch. Null Sheffo. Apollo, how you doing there? IT Underdog, hello to you. JavaCraft, back after 5 weeks on holiday in Japan. Nice. I'm doing well, except for I've got a car I got to repair now. Have I used RabbitMQ or Erlang language before? I have used Rabbit before. I need to get back into it because I'm going to teach how to use it at some point here on the .NET Aspire videos that we're doing. Look at this, dear Lord. I feel like I need to zoom out so you can see this the chicken head on my head here. You did like the music still, thank you. And I'm glad you liked the Harry Potter hat while I had it. So set a timer for 30 minutes. There we go. Jim and Jess. Hello, Jim. Jess. How you doing there, Thindall? Hello. You are the biggest troll. Goodbye. The hat won't detect this one. Happy Revenge of the 5th, yes. So, please do a Rabbit MQ stream. Yes, so the plan is to do one. The trick with doing an MQ stream is that there's a bunch of concepts in there we need to get to, and we need to make sure we're running well.
Please do a Rabbit MQ. He'll be here the whole time.
Thank you so much, Sean. And I'll make a donation to St. Jude. So starting this month, our subscriptions, our cheers, I will donate at the end of the month into the Tiltify campaign here. So even if you don't have cash available to make one of these donations into the Tiltify campaign, you have your Amazon Prime subscription, you just want to renew that, I will donate that to St. Jude. If you do donate with Tiltify using either that link there or the links that you're going to see in chat, there is an option right when you get to the end. There is an option to do an employer match. Get out of the way. There is an option to do an employer match where they'll look up and they'll help you file the employer match request. Ah, the Ingstroms, very good, very good. Hello, great to see you. So let's see here. You visited with them over the weekend? Nice. Very cool. Scrolling. All right. So a couple things that I wanted to do that I've been doing, working on, building. No, you know what? You folks are here early. I'm going to share this with you. Let me get some music playing, and then I want to share this with you. This is Stream Beats. Let's go to the Synthwave playlist. I'll start with this one. This is called Vampire Vigilante. We might have just left off with this last time. There it is, right up there. This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Listen to it wherever you want. Twitch, YouTube, doesn't matter. It's all free to use. Check it out at streambeats.com. There's all kinds of genres available. And I like to just have this groovy music in the background as we're writing some code together. So, how you doing there, Andreas? You like the hat? Yes, for the next half hour, I have the chicken hat on. And it's showing just how much of a receding hairline I have here. That's wonderful. So here's the deal. We've been working on TagsApp, an application that an application that allows you to capture social media posts from folks. Capture Twitch chat, YouTube chat, Twitter posts, and we had some ideas before that. And I started with this idea of a website called My Tag that was going to do that. But My Tag didn't feel quite right. But I got really, really, really inspired yesterday. I do need to zoom out this camera or something so that you can see. Let me show you. Yesterday, I got stuff done and I stood up this website. myta.gg. TagsApp, is it a sort of archiver system or a sort of converging system or posts for you to scroll through? A little bit of both, Andreas. A little bit of both is what TagsApp does. This was the original name we had for TagsApp. But this is something different. Thank you so much for the sub. Bringing that Prime subscription. Thank you very much. And I'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital with that. Thank you very much. This is something different. I don't want to go too far into what it is yet because I am building it. It's closed source. I'm building it on the side. I will not be working on this on stream. I'll be promoting it on stream. But this is something that I think the initial feedback I've gotten from a few folks that I've shared the idea with, this has significant potential. Sign up if you want to know more. There's an email address spot there. I'm setting up for a first group of 10 users. I'll open up for an alpha in June to 100-some users, and so on and so forth. But this is coming soon. This is something that I'm building on the side, nights, weekends. Yeah. This is definitely going to be a thing. TagZap, you can find at tagzap.net, and it routes you right through to the GitHub page. We're going to build and do more with TagZap in the days and weeks ahead. However, what I want to work on today is a little bit of a microservice for Aspirify. We've been learning and working with .NET Aspire for the past few weeks. Folks were really interested when I started showing .NET Aspire on stream. I added a bunch of new articles here. Have you seen any new articles? What I've been doing to kind of keep up and post new content about .NET Aspire, I've been just going out to Twitter and searching for .NET Aspire. And whatever I find in the latest, I grab and paste out there. Now, this is a syndication of an article that I already have from Anthony Simon about .NET Aspire and Dapper. So there's using the custom resource API. Did I already grab this? No, I did not. This is brand new. This was just posted yesterday. So let's get this added. Let's get this added. This is a project that will never be open source. Oh my gosh. It's white on white up there. It's so hard to read. Thank you for the donation. Let me just scroll over, take a look. Space Shot, $50 donation. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Space Shot. And we'll add you to the thank you page that we're adding to my blog. Much appreciate the $50 dono. Thank you very much. It is for the best of causes. Absolutely. And I had of course, the notification comes through while I've got a white background. This is going to annoy the hell out of me. So here's the deal, Apollo. Aspirify itself will not be open sourced. However, what I'm learning from building it is going into the next series of training videos and workshop that I'm building, lovingly called the Big Dumb Blog, where we're going to take a simple blog demo, and the source code is actually already on Microsoft Learn. I'm going to use that exact demo as a starting point. And we're going to slowly add features to build out and grow this capability, to grow a blog that, will eventually become this over-engineered developer marvel that you'll be able to kind of zoom in on individual modules and learn different architecture concepts and different features of Aspire. But the features that I've added to this website, I also can't open source it because the design is not mine. I bought the design from another website. But the features that we're building and adding to this website will be in the Big Dumb Blog video series and workshop documentation. So, Aspire for You is linked to Acer's. Yes, Andreas, I've heard that also from folks that Acer and Aspire is kind of hooked together. So let me start the .NET Aspire source code here. The only way that I have currently to load content on here is locally. I don't have authentication set up. We'll add authentication to this. So let's go to the source code for this. Make sure I have the latest copy. Yeah. And I'm going to start Aspirify Web Solution. We'll add this article that Anthony just published, and we'll get content, a new article loaded out there for the website. So, and there's a search index that runs and builds content out there. I am a professional developer, damn it. And I have a chicken on my head. TagZap. TagZap is 100% open source. Oh, TagZap is, not only is TagZap open source, it's, folks have been contributing to it. Sorry, yeah. Context. I lost the context. Okay. Let me run this. So, but my tag is, yeah. My tag really got my interest yesterday, and I spent a good 5-6 hours writing code for it. And there's writing code, designing ideas, different things. You aspire to try out Aspire Fuel Snable. Let's dig into that. And this is going to annoy the heck out of me, this thing. So there, I mentioned I did have, while this is starting up, I do have a bunch of incentives out here. There are some milestones that you might find very interesting, including,
Squirrel.
Yes, squirrel, including a couple of, there we go, and go to the admin page, including a couple of guest streams. I haven't even published all the guest streams because there's a few folks that I want you to wait to hear about. So, of course, I'll do my purple beard if we hit $250. If we hit $500, I will color my beard blue for a stream. If we get to $750, I will do a Hot Wings tech chat stream, just like you see on the Hot Ones show. I will get 10 progressively hotter chicken wings. We did this a little bit last year, and we will do a just chatting stream while I'm eating hotter and hotter wings. If we hit $1,000, Carl Franklin will join us for a guest stream, and we'll be writing some Blazor code together. $1,250, I'll do a rainbow beard for a stream. At $1,500, Richard Campbell has agreed to join us for a guest stream, and we'll talk about all things tech with Richard. And then there are incentives at $2,000 and higher. As we get closer to those, I will, yes, Hot Ones C# version. That's exactly what it is, Andreas. Yes. So, lots of trolling that can be done in the days and weeks ahead. So I will be streaming Monday through Friday every day. So it's hard to C# when you eat hot foods. Oh, yes. Apollo's been trying to learn C# while going for his bachelor's degree. I'm assuming his bachelor for their bachelor's degree, so I can get a C# based job. Would love to contribute to OSS projects. Join the Discord. There's chatter going on there, folks asking questions, and we can get you pointed in the right direction if you want to help out with TagZap. Where was I here? We were going to add another article here for this new post from Anthony Simon. Originally published it. There we go. Love the dark theme. Thank you. Here we go. So you can allow application model to reach new level of extensibility, create custom resources which can be controlled by your C# code and appear in the dashboard. Create and change their status, starting, running, finished. Declare URLs to access those resources. Add custom properties and lifecycle hooks. Emit logs that will appear in the dashboard. And he goes through adding external containers for this. Really cool. Let's add this to aspirify.net. Like, nobody has a problem with me adding articles to this because I'm just creating more links back to your content. So this was published on the 4th. The source website is this. I'll use his thumbnail, and this is where I want to address this. So I'm using a link to his image. That's kind of lame. And if something happens and that image moves or is renamed, I lose it. So what I want to do today is, come on, give me a. Let's do this. Copy that as the description. There we go. This is a little bit of a tutorial, and it's an article. There we go. So that should, there we go. And that should start to appear on the live site. Yep, there it is. Appeared right away up there, and it's here. And you can find it in all the category pages. There you go. So this site is all Blazor. It's built with Blazor. It's the server-side rendering of Blazor. Real easy to navigate and build and work around in here. Been having a lot of fun tinkering, tweaking, but the challenge that I have is these thumbnails are coming from somewhere else, and they can take a long time to load coming from somebody else's web server. I want to stand up and host my own copy of those thumbnails so that I'm not putting pressure on somebody else's web server. You'd love to see a hot one, says Andreas, where programmers ask each other complicated coding questions, and the other one has to try and figure it out while their brains are melting. As someone who needs glasses but only to see far, I don't ever have C# issues behind the desk. I see. Well, there you go. I'm willing to bet, yeah, my Stream Elements message there is not right. I'm going to turn off that Stream Elements message real quick, and we're going to get in and start collecting thumbnails for these. Writing a little bit of code that'll generate those thumbnails and save them off to disk for us. So that we're not putting pressure on other folks. Right? I feel like that's like a good internet citizen thing to do. Right? Like, let me see. Okay, so the Amazon Prime message is fine. I'm going to turn off the charity message because the St. Jude bot is here helping out with that. All right. So there you go, aspirify.net. And we've been building, adding features to this. But the thing is, this site is itself built with .NET Aspire. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's dig in a little bit and show and discuss what's going on under the covers with this. So Captain Coder, hey Captain Coder, been tinkering with Blazor and have hacked some things together. You think you're ready to do a deep dive into learning how to do things the canonical way. You feel you learn best by reading. Do I have any books or resources I would recommend? Jimmy Engstrom's book is really good. Jimmy Engstrom, Blazor. His book is really good. I happen to know the fella that wrote the foreword for this. Oh no, this version, the foreword was written by Steve Sanderson. I wrote the previous foreword. See? So, Jimmy updated and the latest version for .NET 8. So, totally recommend it. He's been doing a lot of work to keep this book up to date. Somebody asked me to write a book about this, and they gave me 2 months, and I was like, "Are you crazy?" I'm looking for the share button. Where's the share button? I want the share button. No. I don't see. Is it down at the bottom of this thing? No. Feels bad, man. I'll just... So... Oh, there it is next to the title. I thought it was there. Like, I thought it was there from a previous time, and that's where I thought I was looking first. There you go. No, I won't send an affiliate link. That's okay. So, you've been trying to filter through the weeds. So, the big things that I teach are really about identifying your pages first, and then breaking things into components that you'll reuse. Deciding whether things should run on the server or on WebAssembly is a whole nother kettle of fish that is really up to you to decide. So, look at that. There's even a new article that, okay. So I just added that article. No. You don't understand it yet. Well, that's because it's still in preview and people are learning it. I posted that. Yep, I think he actually saw this from me. They don't have an article yet. This is coming. So David Fowler is going to be on the AWS show Monday morning. Talking about, hey, and I know that guy. I thought yeah, I did post that one. So, no, don't give me the image. Thought I posted this article, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, I want to add the ability to do thumbnails on this. Let's generate thumbnails. It's something that should be to do. Hey, you're welcome, Jimmy. So that as articles are added, I'm going to give you, here's the thumbnail that I want you to capture. Go get it, resize it, put it in the format that I want, and put it on Azure Storage, where we can fetch and present it very, very quickly. So I think it's a pretty clear set of goals that we'll go through here. Do I have any experience with Avalonia? Asks Apollo. I've been wanting to. Apollo's been wanting to dive into it, but has no experience or learning material for MVVM. I have not worked with Avalonia. I should at some point take a look at it. The folks at Project Uno, the Uno platform, want me to take a look at their stuff as well. Quite frankly, I need to keep up with my own tools and technologies that I'm supposed to be an expert in and teaching. That's why I'm spending so much time learning Aspire. So, yes, there is a chicken on my head. It will be here for the next 6 minutes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But I do not have experience with Avalonia. It's something that I should learn at some point, to be sure. MVVM, I feel like gets a lot of attention as a architecture concept that works great for folks. It doesn't light me up. Large ecosystems of great .NET tools out there. Yes. You think the banner link is unavailable? Should be. Whatever. You can also navigate to Discord, c#fritz.com, and that'll jump you into it as well. Okay. Where am I here? Let's... Oh, no. Okay, we're good. We're good. Got to keep an eye on the things. Here we go. That link didn't load for you? Oh, you know what? I did it as HTTPS. This is... I think it's supposed to be HTTP only. Yeah, HTTP only will route through it for you. That version of the link. What was that? Whatever. Let's do this. So I'm going to go into my source code. Let's start off with creating a branch, a feature branch. I like to do that to keep things neat and tidy. And this is going to be for the thumbnail service. Yeah. Okay. So I could run this all inside of one project. I could. How you doing there, Dr. Cox? Hello. If I did run everything inside of one project, I could inadvertently end up having my website getting distracted, getting overloaded with processing thumbnails. That won't fly. I don't want that. So, right, I'm going to try and stand up. I'm going to try and do a... Is it a console app? Is it a service app? I don't know. I'm going to try and stand up basically another little service out here, right? I don't know. Let me... Right? I don't know. I haven't done this before. I'm going to add a new project that will be the thumbnail resizing service. So, whatever. What type of app should that be? .NET, Aspire. I guess it's a web service. Sure. So I'm not going to use Service Bus, but I want to. Right, I want to stand up another little project. Right. Sure. API service, worker service. This one. Right, that just has a worker out here. That is a Service Bus client. It's going to process. I'm not going to use Service Bus for this. I think Service Bus is a little over the top. I think I can do this with like Azure Queues. That. All right, only a minute left. We're okay with that. But this is just a worker service project. Is that all it is? Yeah, it's a worker that connects to Service Bus. It's not too bad to do. I could also have it wake up and look at the table and see if there's new articles. Nah, let's use a queue for this. So I want a worker service, one of those. And let's call this Aspirify thumbnail service. Sure. Enable container support. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with it building with the .NET SDK. And yes, I want you to enlist in Aspire orchestration so that it knows how to start it up. Oh, good. All right, that's it. That's 30 minutes with the chicken hat on. All right. Here we go. All right. So, back to Harry Potter. Absolutely. Moving on. So, you've been listening to the Harry Potter books again? They're fun. I understand why folks are opposed to them. I get it. I do. Okay, so for a thumbnail service, I want to set up a queue that we're going to post messages into that has the ID of the article to generate thumbnails for. Yeah. So let's see. So there's program over here, right? That adds service defaults, adds all the updates and information from Aspire so that it knows what those are. Programming books make the worst audio books. Oh, dear Lord, it reads the code examples. No. I try to be as descriptive with the code that I'm writing without actually reading the code, but around what decisions I'm making so that it's enjoyable to listen to the stream. So you have a 48-hour audiobook on Python? Ouch. I'd be interested to hear more about that. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go down to app host here, and I'm going to set up. I've already got storage set up with the Azure Storage Emulator. Let's set up a queue because I've already got storage out there. Let's create a queue service. So queues, right? Storage. Yeah, no, not add queues. Thank you. Okay. So now there's a series of queues out there that we can connect to. The website. I'm also going to add a reference to the queues so that when new articles are created, it can put that on the queue. Or I suppose if the thumbnail is updated, it can put it on the queue. Same goes for math audiobooks. Yeah, reading math problems out loud, that's awful to try and follow. Okay, so there it is. Add the thumbnail service. Cool. With reference to the queues. So right there, I just created a worker service, created Azure queues, and I connected them from the website all the way through. Thank you so much. Why didn't I hear the noise on that? Really appreciate that, and I'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Wait a sec. There is an incentive. There is an incentive out there that I didn't read. At $20, if you donate $20 and you request $20 or more and you request the incentive, I have a wheel of Peeps. I didn't I didn't show this. I didn't talk about this for St. Jude. I have 4 different flavors of Peeps, and I have a wheel of Peeps. We'll spin the wheel, and it will randomly choose one of these. I have purple, I have Dr. Pepper, which is awful, the Fruit Punch, which is awful, and I have Hot Tamale flavored Peeps. The Dr. Pepper, regular purple, and the Fruit Punch are this year's. They were bought 2 months ago. They stay fresh in these things for a while. This one is 2 years old, and they get a little firm after a while. They're fresh still, but they get firmer. That's up to you. If you'd like to donate and force me to spin the wheel of Peeps. So there are, I think I set up for 15 spins. Yeah. So we can raise about $300 off of disgustingly sweet marshmallow treats. So thank you so much for the sub. We'll make a donation, and we're going to continue raising money for St. Jude all month long, and we're going to be streaming Monday through Friday every day. You like them a little stale? I agree. But in ice cream, Juan, I hadn't thought about that. All right. It's always Fitz. How you doing there? Welcome. Appreciate you joining us. Okay, so I have a thumbnail. My thumbnail service is set up. It knows how to talk to the queues. So let me go to the program configuration of the website. Where is it? Here. It's collapsed. That's where it went. Don't need to look at layout or that. Down here. So builder, add Azure. I don't have the Q client. Okay. There's probably a NuGet package out there that I'm missing that I need to add. Hey, Sir Timmy. The link of St. Jude just redirects you to the St. Jude button down below. Yes, there's also a Tiltify section there. Click into the Tiltify. It'll take you to my campaign. What do I have here? Azure search documents. I'm not going to take a beta on that. Sorry. So I want like Aspire, Azure, Q, something like that. I don't know. There it is. Yeah, give me that thing. So, yeah, I know. I'm writing that code right now. Add Azure Q client. Yep, services queues, and I don't have that yet. Public const string queues, and I called it. Right? Isn't that what I called it? Yeah. There it is. Okay. So there it goes. That's fixed. And that's in here. So I'm going to want to add that same client into the thumbnail service. Okay, that makes sense. Right? One's going to publish messages onto the queue. The other's going to consume messages off of the queue. So I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. Browse. Go find that same package. It's a pre-release. Yes. Please install. Da, da, da. There we go. All right. So can I just add that up here? Like, is that a thing that I can just... Cool. That was easy. So what does that give me? Registers Azure Storage Queues Queue Service Client. Okay. So see, I put services down here and I was told this isn't where this should go. Should probably have some sort of shared project to go with that. Let's add another project. We're .NET developers. We just add projects to the solution. We're .NET developers. I haven't seen an interface that I didn't like. We're .NET developers. What, me worry? I'll do this. I'll grab this and move it over here. I don't know what you're chiming for there, Outlook. I don't even know why you're open. Nah, it's fine. So I'm gonna go back over. All right, a couple things here as I'm like cleaning up, moving things around. Right, rename this file. There we go. I'm gonna go up here. Gonna delete this one. Yes. And I should if I should be able to add a reference to this one. Add a project reference to that one. So now inside here, these. Okay. And over here, so now instead of this, I should be able to say services, no. No. I thought I added a reference. Didn't I? Yeah, to Aspirify Common. Aspirify. No. No, I can't. Something weird there.
Developers.
Yeah. Let me catch up with chat. Andreas asks, does anyone know a good resource to read about how to get a user's access token from Twitch OAuth in Blazor? We've demoed and built that here on stream. No, Andreas, yeah. Let's talk about that. And Apollo, let me come back to your question in just a second. What are you running into, Andreas? I've totally we've done that in TagZap. We've gotten someone's user access token in TagZap. It's a little bit buried. It's a little bit confusing. Go to tagzap.net. It'll route you right through to the source code. No. We'll talk about. We're gonna reference that a little bit. Go to source. Providers, Twitch chat. And you want somebody's user access token. No, I do that in... Hang on. I believe I do that in the relay. Client ID secret. I get folks' profile pic. Where is it? No, this is set up as an app so that it has a standard location. It must be in over here. Or did I put it? Hang on. Too many places to look. Might have put it... Twitch chat config. Did I do... I think I did it? No, because the initialize here sets up so when you connect your chat bot, it goes to a login URL. Which is generated from the relay. Yeah, I made this a bit more... Oh, yeah. Where are you? You are in the Twitch relay. Looking at Twitch profile repository. Yeah, that's where it gets the access token. Yes. This way I have a forced location for where folks are logging into and getting information. Yes. That is where it gets it. Yes. Thank you. I wanted to centralize that so I wasn't passing client ID and secrets out to people who install this. A good resource on how to get... So that... Take a look at this, Andreas. It might clear some things up for you. It's... When you see how to do the pass back and forth with the HTTP client, becomes easier to do multiple times that you do it, and I've done it a bunch of times on stream. Apollo asks, did I ever find access modifiers confusing? Public, private, protected, internal, static, volatile. 99.9% of developers out there should never use volatile. There's a handful of those lower level features in C# you should never use. So, you want to make some small set of streaming tools? Yeah. This will get you there. Yep. Take a look at it and drop me questions on Discord. Share some source code. Happy to get you through the problem you're fighting. so that you can be successful. All right. So I've passed on. I have. So, right, this registers. Not that one. This registers a queue service client. Queue service client. Okay. So in the repository, when it saves an article, right? Where is save? Save. When it saves this, right? See, I was going to write the content out somewhere. I've never heard this song. Okay. So I need to also receive now a queue service client, queue client, right? And we're doing the dependency injection thing, so I don't need to think about this. Yeah. This should be called, because I like naming my private internal fields _ uppercase. Oh, sealed stuff. Yeah, that becomes interesting too. So, and now the reason I created the common project. I want to create a reference, some way to reference, here's the article that was just saved for processing. I'm going to create this as a record. No. Article updated. Right? It's an event. Article updated event. Ooh. Not row key, it should be partition key. So now I have a record object that I can pass through on my queue to serialize, deserialize, and be able to look up, here's the new article that we need to pass around. Apollo's learning process has been telling ChatGPT to make a table of contents for a theoretical Mastering C# book, and I use that to ask it to create a guide on each topic, one of which was access modifiers. Why isn't my search working? It's search. Scope. Really? My search button doesn't work? It's not searching. Now I'm a bit annoyed. Like, e-submitter is null. That's news on me. Well, this is the series of lessons that I was working on. I've got 11 lessons in the can here. And I will be going back and resuming this. Evidently, I got to go figure out why my search button isn't working now. It's frustrating as hell. Weird buggy hell code. Well, so I want to pass these events around. I want to go fix that real quick.
Squirrel!
Yeah. Like, this is a static website. That search button should just search. Like, let me take a quick peek. Darn it. Have I considered running Rusty's retirement? Running Rusty? What's Rusty's retirement? What? This is going to be deeper than I thought, and I'm not going to be able to do this without doxing myself. All right, we'll get back to you. Back over here. No, never considered it. Not familiar with it. It's a sim farm game. No, I haven't. So I want to create these events and put them into the queue. New article updated event. And we will pass in entity partition key, entity row key. Oh, really? Yeah, actually. No. Hang on. Don't I have an init up here? Yeah. Sure. Yep, that works. And what I'll do, move you out here. Sure, we'll start with that. That's fine by me. Oh, come on. All right. So then I should be able to say send message async. Yeah, do the JSON serializer, serialize new event. Done. So now it'll put that message on the queue, and we'll be able to pull it off later. Came back with a byte array. Ooh. You like the website? Yeah, I don't know why the search isn't working. Like, I did a bit of work to make that search work. I don't know why it's not. Okay, so now I'm sending messages for the articles. So I'll go over to the thumbnail service. And I'll fix that using statement. There we go. Okay. Yeah. And my worker. So I think, right, I have services over here. Well, I think I need to add probably need to add a list of queues. Article updated. And let's use that instead over here. There we go. Queues, article updated. So I've got that name centralized so that over here in the thumbnail service. So I've got a logger, if cancellation was requested. Queue service clients. So I've got my queue service. I don't think I should always be just hanging out here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I've got the client. No. Get messages from the queue as and cast them to article updated event. Why doesn't it like that? No, let's do this. var messages. And we should await that. Okay. If messages value, so if there aren't any messages, continue. Now I don't need to do this await up front here. Right, because that is a collection of queue messages. Hey there, startup me, welcome. And we need to hook up the JSON serializer. So, you notice with Microsoft's interest in OpenAI, GPT seems to have much more recent info. Yes. Yes. Can't I get the client? So I could, but then the client is always going to be connected. By doing it this way, there'll be a delay where the client disconnects, and it'll reconnect every second and check for new content, instead of just being out there and waiting. I mean, yeah, we could move it out there. So how you doing there? Not in 9 code. Hello. Howdy, startup me. How you doing? I should put a project message out there, shouldn't I? Adding a thumbnail microservice to Aspirify to my news site. Not microservices, microservice. There you go. And I'll pin that message. Sure. There you go. All right. Cool. So, so that'll now deserialize as an article updated event from the message text. Good. Let's get the thumbnail for the thumbnail URI for the article. Well, that's going to come out of the table, and the table, now I need to have reference to the table as well, I guess. So we need the table client as well in here. Or I could add the thumbnail URI to it. Just add the thumbnail URI. But I don't know. I might not have a thumbnail URI if it's a YouTube video. Add the client. Query the data. Aspire. Storage. Tables. Ta-da! Add it. Yes. Thank you. Builder, add, yeah, Azure Table Client, tables. And I'll want to be able to query it the same way this thing does. So I'll want a table service client. Add one of those, just like this. And we'll create that. Okay. Shoot. 1 second, startup me. I'll come back to your question in just a second. I'm realizing that this article entity here, this needs to be available in other places. So, yeah. Because I'm going to need to be able to look things up and return them. And I'm seeing a cascading effect here. Go in here. This doesn't need access to that. But this no. I need to add that table package. Yeah, I know. I know. Here. Public. But article type, oh, here we go. Here's this cascading effect. Is over here, and so is article. I tried to isolate this so well, and it's not going to work. Fine. I'm going to move these from here up to here. I'm going to fix the namespace. Thank you. Fix that namespace. Yep. That's all good. What don't you like? Does not implement e-tag. It's right there. All right. So now back into this. Yeah, this is gonna... Global using Aspirify common data. Now it's available everywhere. Startup me with a question. When you create microservices and containers, if you have a health check step for a task, do you bundle all in a single microservice, or do you create two separate ones and the output triggers the second? No, the health check, the health check should be included in the single microservice, because you want to test if that microservice is healthy. You want to be able to report that. And that's a little bit of what the service defaults do. When you look in here, it adds default health check capabilities. So you can add other things in here for it to do. It'd be really nice, right? This just returns whether or not it's live. It'd be really nice if they had an extensibility to this, so that I could pass something in, but to do additional checks. But this is added for you automatically when you build an Aspire application. So here it is inside my thumbnail service. It adds service defaults, which has that same reference, and right back down here to add default health checks. So you get this initial check, report, maintainability with it. You're trying to balance SFTP connections, so you have an aliveness check for FTP server and receivers to balance connections. Sure, I would bundle that in the microservice, so that the microservice can report not just right? Not just a healthy check here and report back live, but be able to report back degraded. If you're in a situation where more than 50% of your connections are down or unavailable, be able to report a degraded state as well. So then folks can take additional, operations folks can take appropriate steps to go and restart things. So, hopefully I didn't, yes, go ahead and accept that. So we're going to get the table client, and yes, okay, that looks good. Let's do this. If we don't have an object, get out of here. Go away. So this is a response article, table entity. Yep. If there's nothing there, continue. Otherwise, and let's also do a check here. If table entity interesting, not quite what I wanted though. If the type equals video and table entity value, yeah, source URI. Where is it? I do a check to see if it's. I do it. Is YouTube URL. See that right there? Where did I add that? We're going to move you too. Actually, no. Just take this whole thing. Delete you. Okay. So now in here, I can say, I don't even need to check to see if it's video. Source URI is YouTube URL. If it's YouTube URL, continue. I don't care about capturing YouTube thumbnails either. Google has plenty of space to store and return their thumbnails. They don't need me doing it for them. And finally, if table entity, if the thumbnail URI is null, skip it, continue. There's nothing for me to resize here. Next, I want to resize and reformat the thumbnails. So what's a good library for doing resizing? Sure, download the thumbnail. That's a good idea. Go do that. Okay, let's do a try on that first. What do you say? Skip it. it's going to continue to try and do that. Image sharp, I think, is probably going to be a good way to go. He did something with the license on this. As a direct package dependency for usage in closed source software in the capacity of a for-profit company individual with more than $1 million gross revenue. So I don't have any revenue. So that's fine. I'm okay to use this then. So we'll add that, and yeah, look at that. Resize and save. That's exactly what we're going to do. If there's an error on this, I want to... No, where's the Q client? Continues the wrong thing here. Because it doesn't remove it from... Well, no, it received. That does take it out of the queue. Okay, so we're okay with that. Not peak, not receive. I want to put it on the dead letter queue. Azure Q C# client. That's not C#. Why am I searching for this? Add the message to the dead letter queue for processing later. Yeah. What? No. That's not it. How do I ask it for another... Add message to dead letter queue. No, Azure Q. What's it called? Not service bus. Ugh, taking too long. What is the dead letter queue called in Azure Queues? No. Can Google answer that? No. Poison message. That's not right. Add message to Azure Q poison queue. Original queue name dash poison. No. Okay. Done. I thought I had to complete a message if it... Right? Like... No, it's already been DQ'd. Okay. So we've downloaded it, added it to the poison. If there's an error, continue. There's way too much going on in here already. Resize. Thumbnail. And save to storage. And no, just pass the table entity. We'll do something like this. Generate that method. Why didn't you like receiving that? Because it's up in here. Up in here? Up in here. Can we split that? No. Yes, use the explicit. Because then I can do this. Can we do array empty like that? Cool. Okay. So this is a byte array. Okay. Now we got stuff to work with here. Want to add image sharp. No, not project reference. NuGet. There it is. Six labors, image sharp. There it is. Stop it. I still have my notifications turned on from the stream the other day. There we go. Okay. Next. What? You don't know what culture info is? Okay. Use image sharp. Sure. I don't know if I want it that small. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's resize so height is 300. And set the other one to 0, and it said it'll preserve. Convert to WebP. What do we got here? Save as WebP async. Yeah. There's a path. There's a stream. I'll take it. Give me a new memory stream. Right. Okay, so now I have it as a WebP stream. Hey, Burger B, good morning. Now I need to put it in blob storage. In thumbnail somewhere. Well, we got to build that. Fake anime boy. Welcome. Hello. So now I need the blob storage. So there's blob storage. It's already defined. I do want an endpoint. And I do want it to be external. Because I want you to be able to download content from there. Let's go back up into here. So when the repository gets initialized, we already have... I don't think it's actually using this anywhere else right now. No, it's not. So I'll create thumbnails. Create if it doesn't exist. I want to set the visibility on it. Hey there, P2A.
P2A 2020 just resubscribed for 25 months.
Thank you so much. 25 months with us. And I'll make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital at the end of the month. Thank you so much for your support. we're raising money for the kids, the families, the staff at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When that hospital opened in the 1960s, gosh, almost 60 years ago now, 20% of the kids, the patients that visited, won their fight against cancer, walked away cancer-free. Now in 2024, 80% of the kids that walk into that hospital beat cancer. 80%. That is a phenomenal turnaround. With your help, we're going to take that even higher. Thank you so much for your support. No kid should have to deal with cancer or any other life-threatening disease. Kids should be able to be kids. So your subscriptions, your cheers, advertising revenue on Twitch, we're donating all of that to St. Jude at the end of this month. If you want to make an additional donation, you want to troll me, you want to help us get to some of our goals, I will color my beard. We have some guests lined up to join us. When we reach certain milestones, you can make a donation and I will return in kind by hosting guests. The hosts of .NET Rocks are set up to join us if we reach certain milestones, and I have more folks lined up. Folks that you might know joining us when we reach certain milestones. But I got to put those milestones out there, so we got to reach those goals before we invite them. This project is not on GitHub. However, we're using this as a learning point for the workshop and training materials that I will be building that will go on GitHub. So you're kind of seeing behind the curtain me building the content for the training materials that we'll have on the Microsoft stream. Additionally, you get to see the benefits of it over on aspirify.net. So I think, right, blob container, what are my other options there? Blob container. You know what? When in doubt, show me the docs. Let's take a look at the documentation. Blob container specifies full read access for the container and blob data. Clients can enumerate blobs within the container. Blob specifies public read access for blobs. That's what I want. I don't want you to be able to just go through and scan and find that content. So that's all that I want on that. Cool. And so now in the thumbnail service, so no, I don't want a task on that. I just want to await it. No, I'll await it. Okay, because that returns, yeah. And now I want to save it into the blob. Well, I need the blob client in here. Frackberg, happy Sunday to you. 06. Welcome. Hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. We're building a thumbnail service for this website, aspirify.net. It's a website that we've been building that's making .NET Aspire and learning about how to build for the cloud easier for folks to find and learn about. We added a search service last week so you can search for things like, well, how do I work with Postgres? And there's some articles about how to hook up and work with Postgres. An article, a couple videos from our friend James Montemagno. Should probably have the byline on the search. But there's all kinds of articles, videos, content that you can learn from out here. We've been building this. We're going to get back into working on Tags app later on stream. And I announced a stealth website called My Tag. Coming soon. I'm not going to share any details about this, we're putting together a proof of concept, and we're inviting an initial group of folks to test and tinker with. Check out. If you want to know more about this, drop me an email address. I'm letting you know about this here on my streams. I will be sending out email to our first group of alpha participants. My tag's going to be the only label you'll want. myta.gg. Coming soon. That will not be built open source or live on stream. That's something that will be coming along separately. But because, oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That can't be right. Are you freaking kidding me? Thank you. White Moon. Thank you. We just got $1,000 donation. Oh my God. Thank you. That is phenomenal. Wow. Wow. That is phenomenally generous. You donate to St. Jude every month. Great cause. I agree, Nolly. Holy smokes. Thank you so much. Big W for White Moon. And no requests. I absolutely will list you on the thank you blog page that we're going to be standing up. That is phenomenal with the big donation. Holy smokes. Wow. Yes, and Space Shot commented that with his donation, we've lost a number of folks to cancer in the tech community over the last year. And donations. This is amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I am at a loss of words. Wow. Yeah. Well, that just broke right through a couple of our milestones. That just broke it right off. Tomorrow, Monday, I will have a purple beard, thanks to our friend White Moon here. Tuesday, I will have a blue beard, thanks to our friend White Moon here. Thursday, let me think about the next two are going to be are a little bit trickier. Thursday or Friday, I will work this out. I will be doing a Hot Wings tech chat stream, and for a good half an hour, we will do just chatting, talking about all things tech as I have gradually hotter hot wings. We get those from Buffalo Wild Wings. And I will call and arrange, and it's in the books now. Our friend Carl Franklin will join us for a guest stream. We've reached that milestone. And I'll invite Carl to join us, write a little bit of Blazor code, learn a little bit together. That will be a lot of fun coming up here on stream. Thank you so much for that support. It blast right through it. I thought it'd be kind of slow getting started there and hitting some of these milestones. Thank you so much for that support. So it is going to be a fun week of trolling ahead. Starting tomorrow, we will have We will have a purple beard tomorrow on stream. The next milestone for us to reach is a rainbow beard for a stream at 1250. I set up the initial set of goals here at $250 increments, and then I went to $500 increments. The last milestone that I list is Richard Campbell joining us at $1,500. I have a feeling I'm going to need to call our friend there and invite him to join us. I'm going to reveal the $2,000 milestone now. Binary Block, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. At $2,000, I'm not sure. I don't think I can live stream this just because I don't think I can get a good connection. But at $2,000, I will do a Meet the Fritz horses video. I'll post it to YouTube, and I will share and we'll do live commentary on the live stream. I've joked about the horses. I've talked about them a bit. We will invite and talk about the horses on stream. I see a mention of Steve Sanderson. There are other invites that have been extended to other folks that you know to join us for a live co-stream. And you've seen when I do have guests on a live stream, we talk about anything and everything. It's your chance to interview them, not me. I'm going to ask a couple questions, but it's your opportunity to talk and ask questions and get help. Or, you know what? Let's explore a topic. Let's go tinker with something and have some fun with it. And we'll do that with our friend Carl Franklin in the next week or so. I want to make sure that I get his availability nailed down and that we're able to bring him on. But these are folks in the tech community that have generously agreed to donate their time to help encourage and promote fundraising for such a good cause. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is phenomenal. I don't think. I think we've seen $500 donations, but I think that's the largest donation that I've ever received in one drop. But hang on, did that might have done something else? We've now, as a community on this channel, we've now raised more than $20,000 for St. Jude. Oh my Lord. Thank you. That is so much. That is over the top. I don't know what more to say, except that I am honored, I am humbled by the folks that donate their time, donate their money to contribute. Thank you. Let me get back to the code. Let's get back into the project. I am, like I said, I am blown away. I am flattered. I am floored. That is amazing. Wow. Okay. It is President Not Sure. Oh, that is. I was building and adding the ability to save these thumbnails into blobs. Let's get that. And I didn't see White Moon here in chat. Thank you. Whoever you might be, wherever you might be out there, thank you. And I would love to have an opportunity to express that thanks to you personally, privately. You're welcome to whisper me, and I absolutely want to express my gratitude to you. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we need to add a did I get the package added over here for the blobs? I did not. Okay, so because we're working with blobs, right? So blobs are a way for us to store files in a location so they can be served. So I'm going to add, I can't type right. Storage, blobs. Ta-da. We'll install that, and I'll be able to wire up and work with the blobs. You prefer clobs instead of blobs. How you doing there, Alu the Crow? And that's very much an Oracle thing, right? Builder, add Azure blob clients. Yep, services blobs. There it is. And I should probably, right? I should probably take that blob container and pitch that out into a reusable constant somewhere. I don't like having these magic strings floating around. Blob containers. Yeah. So now I can go back over here and I can change this instead to blob containers thumbnails. And I put all those constants in all uppercase so that I know and I can easily see that it's one of mine. You're doing well, knee deep in WebSockets. Ooh, that's a fun topic. All right, all right. So now I have my I have blob clients available to me. Okay. So this is going to be, is it a blob service client? Blob container client? I forget what it is. I think it's that. Call it blob service client. How you doing there? Is it Zachary? Help me out. I'm going to make sure I pronounce your screen name right. Thank you for joining us. There we go. Blob service client. So now, right? So now I have it in the stream there. Let's reset the position of the stream. Right? Yeah, save to blob storage. Yes. So that gets me the container client. So that gets me the folder location. I don't need to do that. Yep. That works. I think that works. No. Where do we go here? Have I tried Scratch? Yes, I've tried Scratch. I'm familiar with it. You think I could learn a thing or two on Scratch? Tell me more. Why do you think I could learn a thing or two from Scratch? You know what Scratch is, right? You know what it is, right? Like, I might have gone to school and come away with
Mr. Blutarski.
this grade.
0.0.
Inconceivable!
All right, fine. I had a 3.0. Oh yeah, no. I think you're right, Nelson. No, why do you think I would learn from scratch? I don't find it insulting, but I'm a developer that's been building for 25 years professionally. I'm a community manager for Microsoft that teaches folks. I'm curious, or if it's just a joke. If it's just a joke, cool. But it's hard to get. It's hard to get some of the inflection. Okay, so I've got a blob. I think I need to add in here let's do this. Let's also put dot. Wait a sec. What did you just do? Thank you for the follow. Branch out to Lolco. It was just so using for a joke to make sure that the context of the joke comes across. Put an emote at the end, like a smiley or laughing emote, so that it's clear, or an LOL. Yeah. Like you saw Eric did. Scratches that stuff you feed the chickens. There you go. That way it helps convey that it's in a lighter tone. Like, what? I don't get it. That's all I ask, is just to make it easier for me to kind of pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm juggling code and things, and I don't want to. I can respond harshly to folks who are trying to insult me, and I just want to make sure that I handle that appropriately. That's all. Let's go timestamp to string, and I think I put, was it year, month? I think that's the way I did it. Year, month, day, like that. In which case, what I really should do here missing a quote inside there. Is it daytime or daytime UTC? No. Why doesn't it like that toString? Not published. Now I don't need the value. Thank you so much. That is phenomenal. Are you okay with me sharing your screen name? And please, the folks that have donated, make sure you check that there's a box after you made the donation. Make sure you check. You can enable an employee match, and it will help you connect and do the employee match. So that your employer will match your donation as well and send that over to St. Jude. Yeah, /J for a joke, /S. Yep, I've seen that as well, and I didn't, and yeah, just to help convey to me a little bit of the tone, that's all. And it's all good. Yeah, 25 years, that is a lot of coding. Holy crow. All right. I feel like I should save this format somewhere. Let's do that. Back up to that extensions bit here. No, just put it on article entity. No. Format. No, let's do this as a property. Local thumbnail URL. It's going to be something like that. So the just chop that down to slug, to published. And let's say ignore property. Right? Oh, actually, no. Yeah. Is it ignore data member? Is that the one I want? I'll use that and see what happens. So here then I can just say table entity value local thumbnail URL. And wherever it's at, we'll just add the front end of the storage service. Thank you so much. Japan's sending PSN. Okay. Appreciate it. I think that's it. Oh, I actually have to write it, don't I? Sure, if I need to overwrite it. Just do that. Anything else I need to do to close that up? No. No. Is that it? No. I guess that's it. That feels easy. That feels easy. Almost too easy. Let's make sure this builds. Are there any books I know of to learn C#, specifically modern C# with .NET 8? I think Phil updated his book. That's C# 10 with .NET 6. Who is this? Mark Price. Don't know Mark. That's .NET 6 from Phil. There's got to be a new version of this because Apress tries to keep up and release new versions. No, it looks like he only has .NET 6. It's going to get you most of the way there, but there's new things that are available that you won't quite see. Phil's a friend. He speaks at the VS Live series of events. You want to learn the language a little more before diving into Blazor? Okay. The Mark Price books. I just don't know Mark. Like, that's the only reason why I'm... Yeah, and it's Packet. I don't particularly trust Packet. Because they generate books very, very quickly. But this is the only one I see that is C# 12. So I would go after that one. Asheroth with the resub.
Asheroth86 just resubscribed for 36 months. Hey there at Sharp Fritz and chat. Hope everyone is doing well.
36 months, 3 years with us, Asheroth. Thank you so much. And I'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Thank you very much for that support. That build succeeded. We can give this a shot and see what happens with this. Let's see what happens. Hey there, Zenja. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you joining us. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. Like, I could try just updating an existing article and see if it drops into all of these appropriately. Is there a difference between learning a language from a book and learning it on the internet? Asks Week on MNK. Folks, like, there's a certain tangible feeling to having a book and pages that you're turning, seeing progress as you get through the book, that folks find appealing. That's the big thing that I see from folks. How? No, that's good. Okay. Where did these errors come from? Like, yeah. This feels like something happened. I've got 2 using globalizations there. Something happened. Yeah, look at that. So, Apollo, that's what I want to do when I'm done C# in the cards. I've got all of these articles. I'm going to turn them into an ebook. Yeah, and and agreed, Grumph. It comes down to how you learn, and that's why I'm trying to make C# in the cards kind of multimedia like that. It's a series of articles with an instructor that presents each one of the articles, and it has sample code that you can download and tinker with. So that there's 3 different ways that you can get to it, and eventually there will be a book that you'll be able to learn from. Let me start this, and I'm going to put... breakpoint right there. Okay, let's see what we get. See, some folks prefer videos. Nothing wrong with that at all. A table service. Oh. I forgot to include the table service now for... down here, and I need to add the blob as well, right? So this is the app host project. This is connecting the various services. You would do this in YAML or a kubectl configuration to define how the various components in your service connect and speak to each other. We can do it in C# now with .NET Aspire. So here it is, starting up. So there's an error and it crashed over here on the thumbnail service. Let's see what the log is. Q doesn't exist. I'm not as concerned with it coming from over here. Let's just restart. Because now that it's initialized in the website, that other one should pick it up and have it now. You're in the enum module now? Oh, cool. Thank you, Apollo. I'm glad you enjoy that. There's a classes module that I'm I have most of the way written, and I need to record. So, there we go. Now everything's running. So that does have an endpoint, but what's there? Oh, that's the Storage Explorer. Hang on. That's the Storage Explorer. So I should be able to see... Actually... Yeah. That would work if I was working locally. But I'm not. I'm actually connected to my production space. So there's the local instance, right? And if I go to Storage Explorer here, there should now be, okay, maybe there isn't. What? Yeah, there's the articles, there's featured. Articles security, where my keys are persisted. It's like it didn't create the thumbnails. You've not used Aspire yet and seen videos. Is there a use case for adding ASP.NET Core MVC to it? Sure, absolutely. Aspire is just a tech stack that you plug your projects into. So if it's ASP.NET Core MVC or Razor pages, go for it. I happen to be using Blazor. Give me a second here to figure out why these things aren't available in my production storage. Oh, because it's only connected the tables. I didn't connect the blobs and the queues. I'm going to need to do that offline here. 1 second. But I can absolutely show you adding ASP.NET MVC into an Aspire project. Blobs, queues. Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, that's connecting to the emulator. It's connected to the emulator for the blobs and the queues. I don't know what that button just did. It did something. I think I'm okay. Hey, look, Eric's over there on YouTube now. Can I called it thumbnails. Isn't that what I called the container? I might be able to just... Stop that. Yeah, thumbnails and article updated was the name of the queue. Okay. Okay. I should be able to work with this then locally, and it'll save and move things around in my local emulator to test with. Let's head back to the code. Let's see. Semicolon expected. Thanks. Dun, 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 dun. Delayed stream. Well, the delay going out to each of the two services has a little bit of a delay. There is a little bit of a delay because I'm using Restream and it's pushing out to the two. Where was I? Let's try and run this again. There we go. And let's see. Come on. And we'll work with our thumbnail images here locally. All right. Hey, Evil Gordita. The audio is coming before video. Refresh. It should come back into line. All right. Back over here. Yeah. So let me do an edit. And let's hook up the debugger and make sure things... Article edit. So it calls through to save over here. So it should get the queue and push the message out that, hey, here's a new article. And then we should see it pop in over here. So I'm going to find an older article here that has a thumbnail out there from Medium. Let's see what happens. So here it is saving. There's my new event. Okay, article, and it has the row key there, and it's going to put it onto the queue, and here it is coming out of the queue. Okay. It's going to go find that table entity. And I think it crashed. This is pointing to the other table storage where it isn't. That's fine. We know the difference here. How's the audio now? How are we doing over there, chat? Let me know. If you refresh the browser, it should get those back in sync. It happens occasionally. But my bit rate is in the green here on Twitch. This right here I need to copy across. Still an issue with audio desync. Huh. Audio just cut out completely. Yeah, I haven't dropped anything in my broadcast to restream. Now it's okay. All right. I'm not touching anything. What I was going to do was try and do a stop restart on restream, but I didn't do a thing. I want to basically copy this down and place the exact same thing right there so that the thumbnail service is working with the same set of tables. Basically. Feels like they're doing something on Restream. Here we go. Oh, glad to hear it, Bubba Brian. Svekos and Weak Monk, Nelson R for getting us up to speed and letting us know what's going on there. All right, so now it's going, getting the data. Do we have a table entity? No. The number of keys in the URI does not match the number of key properties in the resource. What? What? Run that again. Just finished setting up SignalR. SignalR is kind of a hidden gem in the .NET ecosystem. Folks who work with WebSockets don't appreciate how difficult it is to connect WebSockets until they try and do it in production. And SignalR has a nice way to get you connected regardless of what you've got built. Okay, so stepping in. Bang. No. This is annoying. Let me take a look at the connection that we just pushed in there. Yeah, that should connect. And I should get a table Write a table service client. Yeah. And then I need to get a table client for the table name. Oh, is that what I missed here? Table client, table. I got the wrong. It's not I found it. I found it. All right. It's not some secrets here. Have a good one. Week on MNK. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. You'll be moving to a new client next week, heavy into microservices and DDD. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a table client for services.tables. No, this should be... Get back there. Where was I? No. I've moved. Here, this thing. In the repository over here, table name is articles. I should move these out. Public static class table names. Public. There we go. Public. And over here, there should be table names, and I'll rename that across the board. Table name, names. Come here. I just want to copy paste that, John. Find me the next one. Go get me another one. Put one you in there, you in there. Right. Just to centralize and get rid of. There we go. Donuts ahoy! Hello, welcome. It sounds like our friend Dee Dee Walsh. She likes donuts too. Let's call this articles, and that'll update everywhere. So now over here, I can say table names articles. And it should have the appropriate client now. Thank you so much for joining us, Donuts Ahoy. I should have put the tag on the stream here for St. Jude. St. Jude Play Live. So that other folks can find us. This is a C# programming. There you go. That's good. All right. Featured table does not exist. Table. Error list. No, here. All right. And away we go. You're doing a Udemy course on Rabbit? Cool. Steve.
Steve_Elliott just resubscribed for 46 months.
46 months, almost 4 years. Thank you so much, Steve. Really appreciate your support. and I'll make another donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Really, really appreciate that support. All right, hey, we got the table, right? We got the table entity? Yes. Okay. Is it a YouTube URL? No. The thumbnail is not null, so we're going to go get that thumbnail. There's the location of it. And that thumbnail is a series of bytes. It is 99K, it looks like. So let's go resize that, John. So here we're going to load that into an image. We're going to mutate it so that it has a max height of 300. There it is. It's 965 by 300. Hang on. Let's do that again. That was 1200 by 373. And now it's 965 300. So it's smaller. Gonna open a memory stream and we're gonna save it. Now it was like 90 some, right? 99,000 bytes. And now that stream has a length of 49,000 bytes. So we cut the size of it in half. Howdy, Donuts Ahoy. Welcome. And I'm going to get the blob container client. I'm going to try and save it and upload. I think it's actually doing the same thing. Okay. Let's take a look at our Storage Explorer over here. Thumbnails, yeah. I'd like to refresh. I'd like, thank you. What do you mean? Why didn't that complete? It's been DQ'd 6 times. I thought I had to complete this. Don't want to delete the message. Right? I didn't peek. I received messages. Let's look at what that did. Receive messages async. Retrieves one or more messages from the front of the queue. Don't want a cancellation token. I do want a max number of messages. But show me the docs on get messages, because it hasn't, it's not clearing it out. Body, yeah. When a message is retrieved, the response includes the message and pop receipt. Each message has an associated pop receipt. The client that retrieves the message is expected to delete the message after it has been processed. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. Do I have autocomplete on? No. I thought there was... Is it on the queue service? Hey there. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Message time to live. No. I don't know where to set that. Add metadata? No. Azure Q autocomplete. No. Yeah, I think Q's a service bus deal. So they're saying I need to delete the messages. I mean, okay. Delete this message from the queue. Is that right? Do. And at the end of this, done. I should probably have some error handling in here, but I'm not going to lose sleep on it. Go ahead and run. And we should be able to pop into the local blob storage and see it. Then we can change our thumbnails on the outside so that instead they pull from Azure Storage and they should load faster. Is it Shearsh? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so I'm going to go into my local storage explorer here. Take a look at blobs. There we go. Thumbnails. There it is. Specified resource name length is not within the permissible limits. Really? I bet I've got some... Hey there. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the follow. Shoot. No. I don't want to upload. Well, I also want to set this up so that it's not just WebP up there, but I want to set it up for Brotli compression so that it serves, or gzip compression, so that it serves it even smaller. Let's do this. Back out of here. Let's shorten the length of the file name. Fortunately, I put that all in one place here. So let's just say no. Substring 0 and first 20 characters. I think that should be plenty, right? That's fine. So I wrote an article about how to do this part that I want to do next. About Azure storage compression. Here it is. Because it doesn't cache and compress. Right? So you do file upload and so we can add cache control headers here for 30 minutes. That's not 30 minutes, that's 60 minutes, right? And we can compress by loading it as a gzip stream. And specifying content encoding. Yeah. So I've already got it pushed down to 44, right? If I add this, right? And I'm okay that it's optimal compression. Down in here. Right there, it converted to WebP. Compressed to gzip format. So this is going to be outstream. And what are those options? That's hang on, that's JSON serializer. No. Because I was serializing JSON code. Pedro, how you doing there? Co-working as well? Coding, looking for a chill stream? Oh yeah. Around Shopify theme development. Not familiar with that, sorry. I think I have to do a copy too with this. Right? Like outstream. Copy to async compressor. Right? await that John. Flush, and it'll write it out to my content to cache as stream. So reset position to 0. And upload that. I also needed to set the header appropriately on this. So is this blob? So I set it for 1 hour. Is this image WebP? Is that the MIME type I'm thinking? I got an idea. What is the MIME type for WebP images? Yeah, image/WebP. Okay. I don't need a car set on that. And we're going to content encode with gzip. So we've got a blob client. We've set the HTTP headers here so that it's cached out in between. And we're going to we're saying it's gzip because we compressed it up there. Let's see what happens. Right. The content type, I feel, is something that folks don't really do well setting when they load content. C# is mentioned a lot. Cool. So we're using a tech stack with C# called Aspire that gives us this cool dashboard and lets us coordinate various components of a distributed application. In this case, we have a website, and we just built this thumbnail service that will generate thumbnails for us and save it into blob storage. This way, we can take these thumbnails that we're loading from other folks' websites and presenting on our service, and we can... okay, we hit my breakpoint. And we can see, hopefully, that content. There we go. So there's my content to cache as a stream. 49K. The gzip didn't compress it any further. But it just uploaded it. Let's see. So I have a storage explorer sitting over here we can look at. Blobs. Thumbnails. That's not the name of the thumbnail. It's okay. Let's take the gzip out because I don't think that's adding anything to on top of WebP. It's not so much standards changed, but the file size of the images are significantly smaller. C# is a great multi-purpose language. It's a great general purpose language that allows you to do a whole bunch of different things with tools that enable you to be a more productive developer. When you need to get in and tune and optimize things at a much, much more granular level, other languages like C# Go and not C#, other languages like C++, Go and Rust might be more appropriate. I'm going to take the compressor out of this. I don't think that added any value, but I will put the cache in here and get rid of the content encoding and turn this back into outstream. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, and the name should have been 20 characters in saving it out there. I don't know why. Right? I changed this formula so I didn't. Where did I do that substring 20? Where did I do that? I know I did that somewhere. That's not the right place. Should have been there. Coming out of this, I'm going to want to copy this in and figure out how to publish that. So we are raising money. I am running a fundraiser for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Because of the generous donations that we've already received today, tomorrow on stream, I will have a purple beard. Tuesday, we'll have a blue beard. And more shenanigans later this week. All right, so let's try this again. I'm going to go back over to the website. Admin. Choose this article. Resave it. I know it hits building and sending into the queue properly. It's going to deserialize and... Right, it should get down to here. Or not. Uh-oh. Do that again. Uh-oh. Eat the broke. Need to fix it. Can't decide which language you want to focus on specifically for building backends. Rust is out because it's complicated. I've dabbled in Go and enjoyed, but the tooling can be lackluster. C# has some very terse syntax you can use if you prefer that. You can also be very expressive. The vast library of analyzers and tools that will help you write your code quickly. Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio. Can't go wrong with them. It starts with a dot in the name. That's what's going on here. It's also trying to set the headers on something that doesn't exist yet. Yeah, blob not found. Let's do this. Take this calculation over here. If you found a dot, replace it with another hyphen. The fact that it's calculated and stored in here should be able to pass that around also. Work also buys you JetBrains licenses. Cool. Yeah, I'm removing a couple of those annoying characters now. Altudev. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the sub, bringing that Prime subscription. For your subscriptions, for your cheers, for watching ads on channel this month, I'm going to make a donation to our St. Jude Children's Research Hospital fundraiser at the end of the month. Microsoft will match that donation. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened there. Go ahead and restart. So I really appreciate the subs. Ryder's been great, but giving Visual Studio a try. Go for it. Go for it. Ryder is a... What did you do? It should have logged in right away. Oh yeah. We've had that Steve Ballmer GIF welcoming developers for ever since I started on stream. Yeah, why isn't Visual Studio logging me in here? Something strange is going on. Let's restart Visual Studio just to double check the Ballmer Peak. Oh, the Ballmer Peak. And I think I'm going to hang it up here in just a little bit. I'm going to try and get this working. Then, yeah. And started. So I do run preview versions of Visual Studio, and I am working with a preview version of .NET. Just Erlang code inside the slug too. I could. Yeah, that... Why am I getting the login box all of a sudden? Like, the login URL is right there, but Visual Studio is supposed to jump me right through it. No. URL encode the slug. This value. Hey, my content and live streams. Oh, thank you, AltuDev. Appreciate that. Yep, go ahead, do that. End of prompt. Is that like Tron? End of line. I am a big fan of the movie Tron. So, do you have any Blazor SSR separate web API examples on GitHub? It's coming. This website that I'm working on right now is exactly that. It's exactly that. And it's going to turn into what I'm calling the Big Dumb Blog, which is going to be a .NET Aspire workshop series that shows and works through all of that. So it's coming. Why am I not getting... Okay. That's not going to it either. Now I've really messed it up. Also, the other website that I've been building and managing So this is aspirify.net. This is 100% .NET Aspire and Blazor. And it does searching up here, right? So if I want to I want to work with database, there's videos and content about databases. It just searched my catalog of articles. The other website is C# in the cards. Am I an MVP? No, I am not an MVP. Do I know if that is difficult to get? What's difficult to you? You can check out my credentials in the About area just below the stream. I am not an MVP. I don't like to brag. Like, there's going to be a day where, like, it's going to go Fritz After Dark here, and I'm going to start bragging and swearing on stream. I have a feeling that something in here is not running properly. I'm just going to comment them out for right now. And try and restart this. Is Microsoft MVP difficult to get? How much content do you create? MVPs are really judged on what kind of content they create. Blog posts, videos, podcasts, books. So, is there a way to install Visual Studio Code extensions in Visual Studio? No. No. They are not compatible. See, it literally just stopped working. And that doesn't work. Did I have an extra space? And it's... No. What the heck just happened? That sounds like a great stream. Help me out. I'm sorry. What would be a great stream? How you doing there, Voslok? Tomorrow, though, Purple Beard stream. I think I broke Aspire. Like, it's not started yet. And it won't even let me log in. Are the preview versions causing these issues? No. No. It feels like the dev control plane is misbehaving. Basically, the local containers that are running. Oh, no. Yeah, look, I've maxed out my CPU. How do you max out a CPU? Like, I know how to max out a CPU, but... like, I can't even move my mouse right now. I'm moving my mouse and it's not going anywhere. Uh-oh. I'm not even going to be able to stop this stream. Like, what? Game over, man! Game over! Now it's disconnected my browser from chat. I think .NET Aspire has used up all the things. Uh-oh. Yeah, my mouse isn't moving at all here. Are you still seeing me there, chat room? Guess it's a 24-hour stream now. No. There, now I got my mouse back. But it feels like the dev control plane just ran out of control. That was weird. It is. It's on the Fritz. All right. One more time to try and see if this thing's working. I don't even remember what I was working on. You see me. Okay. Like, this shouldn't have been that hard. I'm just telling it, hey, go resize. Save a file into blob storage. Let's go. So, like, I'm even going to go into the, where was it? Down here in the save. Something in here got grouchy. Don't know what. Don't know what. All right. Here we go. It wants me to pull it out of that location. No. No. Well, I think this is where we stop today, friends. I've never seen this before. Hey, Pixel Pete! Hello! Will .NET Aspire be released with .NET 9 or sooner? In 3 weeks. At Microsoft Build, .NET Aspire will be released. I done broke it. Let's try running it here. Something with the dev control plane. It's not jumping me into the right instance. What's the project we're working on? So there's a link pinned there at the top of chat. So I've built a website that's news content for .NET Aspire called aspirify.net. And no debugger attached, nothing, and it will not load. That's a neat trick. Do I usually use PowerShell? Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm at the end of the line for this project right now. For right now. I don't know what to say. I'm going to have to reboot and see if I still have this problem. But we were adding a thumbnail service that would automatically reduce the size. I will commit these changes. First, commit on thumbnail service. That for articles that are created and logged out here, create thumbnails for the images that we've associated with it. So, try to start and stop WSL. I've got things that run the stream that are in WSL that I can't without shutting off stream. So, I can't quite do that without disconnecting and ending the stream. So it looks like I've got a little bit of work to do on that. So I also showed C#inthecards.com. This is another website that I've built, that I maintain, that teaches about the basics of C#. For some reason, the search feature up here isn't working. It's just erroring out for some reason. So I need to debug that. But the new site that I'm working on, not on stream, on the side, I want you to check out, sign up for, because this is going to be something that you're interested in. I'm not building it on stream, but I'm going to talk about it and promote it on stream. This is called MyTag. It's the only label you'll want. I'm collecting email addresses for folks that want to check out the service, and I'm extending it to you as viewers of my stream. I have a first group of 10 folks that we're going to proof of concept test with. I will start sharing more links about this, and we're going to allow folks to sign up and try it out in about 2-3 weeks. And we'll see how this grows, how this changes, but this is something that I think folks are going to get interested in. The folks that I've described this to think it's a good idea. So, any inside info on when Microsoft will turn off support in IIS for ASP Classic? No. There isn't any. There aren't any current plans to. That is a Windows feature. As long as Windows decides to ship that as a feature, it will be shipped and included. Are we getting a YAML killer? Yeah, that's what .NET Aspire is. That's what... Where is it? That's what this is. I've defined my entire system of containers and services to connect to as a series of source code that we'll build and put out there. Sign up looks busted. What's busted? Let me know. You got a 400? Like, I just keyed stuff in. This is different from TagZap. I was telling you about TagZap. This is TagZap. My tag is something different. You're getting a "this page isn't working right now." Why is it working for me and not for you? I'm not getting any messages and it didn't post back. I've already put those email addresses in. No. All right. Looks like I've got some debugging here. I don't know why it's throwing an error. All it's doing is adding a message into database. I will do some debugging and get back to you on that. That should be running very, very simply. But I am going to wrap it up for now. I've been on for 3.5 hours. We've raised 1,060 for St. Jude. That is awesome. That is so great. Thank you so much, everybody. We only had 3 donors, and we've raised over $1,000. Yeah, that's weird. It should hit that immediately. No, it looks like I'm able to recreate it here. Anyways, I'll have... Look, it's a prototype. I'm getting things up and running. That sign-up should have been rock solid. But no matter. I will be back tomorrow. More streaming. Thanks to our donations here, I will have a purple beard tomorrow as we're building and working, and we're going to finish off this thumbnail service for aspirify.net. We'll take a look back and get back onto TagZap after that and do some more fun over there. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network. Who else is out there? Might be writing code or raising money for St. Jude that we can get you connected with. That's doing something awesome out there. This is going to completely blow her away. She's playing Overwatch. She's my Overwatch streaming buddy. Let's set up a raid. She's raising money, playing Overwatch. We're going to raid Junie Von Esch. All right? She's not used to this many viewers. She's raising money for every $100 donation that she gets to St. Jude. She's smashing a cupcake on her face. Get ready to say hi to our friend Junie, and I will see you tomorrow right back here, all right? Have a great rest of your day. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.